and we cannot continue like that. So on that basis, we decided to come to international partners. So it gives people on internet, like social media, WhatsApp, Facebook. Maybe they can help us to expand our programs in more communities, in more towns and villages.
Abraham, this is Steve Spot. So I'm looking on your website, and a lot of it is centralized around education. Can you tell us a little bit more about your curriculum?
Yes, we are focusing on education, like equipping our younger generation for future challenges. So, like our curriculum have just been like something that we scheduled by ourselves, right?
Right.
We scheduled, yes, we scheduled it ourselves, go to school in district number three, because this district number three only has five high schools. Out of the five high schools, students are finding it difficult, like in terms of books, like to prepare lessons for teachers. Like this going examination, which is West African Senior School Examination Council. Over 22 students represented the Namala Community School, two-person pass, and a total fee. The children they don't have an internet connectivity. Just imagine, how will you make research when you don't have internet connectivity? Currently, we are speaking. I'm in Mosorado. Now we don't have current in the community. The community is very dark. So so we ourselves who live in the urban center actually the difficulties. Some people who live in rural area, what may be the result? So we decided that our curriculum for 2026, 2027, we should be able to provide 164 textbooks to the five high schools in the district in order for teachers to prepare lessons for students, and also to be stored in a school building because they don't have proper libraries to make research. So these are difficulties. They don't have no ideas to compete on. Yes. So these are the difficulties that they are funny. So we want to include in our we have to we want to include in our curriculum. So that's why we stop for now.
And then, so you touch on the curriculum. Do you have something that we can look at? And the reason I ask is because we're education driven, and it would be really nice to look at what curriculum you do have. A lot of the things that we write here, we write on paper first, and as a rough draft. Even if you have rough drafts, I would like to read that.
Mhm.
So maybe we can partner after this, and you can send me maybe rough drafts or PDFs or an email on your curriculum for climate conscious. What do
Okay.
you think,
So
Abraham?
I will send that to you. Yes, I will send that to you through a Word document because yes, so that I will prepare and send it to you so that you can take a look of it.
Yeah, because I like your core values: diversity, innovation, and learning. And I'd like to learn more about your curriculum. I'm going to pass it back over to Queen's Landing. Any more questions?
I don't think so. I think you gave us a pretty good idea of what the organization itself strives
Yes,
for. Here in this,
like for instance, like yeah,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Abraham.
yes, all right, like 3 p.m. in Liberia, and I think I don't know the time because 3 p.m. I will tell you the time, the actual time. Where we be, you can see our flyers. We are
It's going in and out.
to be registered as legitimate organization because we have many organizations in Liberia operating the same way we have been operating. where they are not battling the international partner. We want to partner with organization that is not registered. Yeah, that's why we have our website for you and read about us, and we have our Facebook page, other things people can go and read about us. But what for me is not the legitimacy. We have been legitimate to other organizations, which of course they certificated us, like the human rights organization from Geneva. Yes, we have a certificate in our possession, and we are following the laws, the article of incorporation and bylaws, but we have already drafted the constitution. So we are trying, like, in 1 week's time we can be able to register the organization. Because at first I was like doing a petty local money, so I used to generate money to.
Got it. Got it. And for
So on that basis, yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, so I've decided, like, to come up, because yes, I decided to come up to talk to partners so that we can explain our beginning point, the history of the organization, just giving you people brief history. Yes. So we actually meet on Zoom and discuss issues pertaining the formation of our constitution and our article incorporation bylaws. Hello?
Yes, we heard you. We got it. We understand. It so has that meeting already taken place, or is that something that you're scheduling for the future?
That will be soon. This coming soon in November 16th. Like I'm speaking to you currently.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, Abraham, we thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. If it's okay, we'd like to possibly call on you again at a later date and time to join us virtually. We'll try to make it a little bit more amicable time frame. But again, we thank you for your participation this afternoon, and we'll be speaking to you soon.
Okay. So and you'll be speaking to me soon about the water issue, the fresh water issue.
Right. And then you were going to send Steve some information about your curriculum.
Okay. Yes.
Great. Well, we'll keep our eyes out for that to come through. I think Steve will share his information with you so we can make that possible. And then, again, we thank you for your participation this afternoon.
All right. Because like I was wanted to talk a little bit on the water issue, but I don't know the time, because water issue is one of the problems that our people are actually facing.
Tell us.
Yes, apart. Yes, yes, our people are actually facing water issue. Like the photos I sent there in the group chat, it was from a village called London. People don't have water, they have to go to the creek to get water. And most of these pumps that was repaired, it was repaired during the post-war period, and some have damaged. They don't have no, like, they don't have no. You actually notice that more people go to the water. Maybe they go to the water side, the creek, to get drinking water. Like at first when we were there around 2007, 2008, we used to come around and educate people how to use this water. Maybe by putting sand into the bags, put sand to Rex bag, and then you put the sand up, and then you'll be drain your water, you the quick water, and then the water will be drained from the bag, the sand bag. Or at times they say, whenever you get water from the creek, you should put it into a pot, it should boil, in order maybe to kill some of the germs. Because most people are dying from diarrhea. Most people are actually like facing issue with platform. Like often more people like between the age of 30, 40, whenever they talk about sickness, they will talk about typhoid. Yeah, because the food to eat. The water we drink are contaminated. Yeah. So these are issues that you economic development initiative also want to like if we have sponsor maybe we want to rehabilitate the pumps. That the account the pump just open. Yeah, anybody can go there and do other things. They don't have chlorine, maybe to purify the water. All of these are issues. Yes.
And it doesn't just start with access.
Facilities are very poor. Hello?
Thank you for sharing that. We'd love to hear more about more details on water issue. Keep going.
All right. So like our I'll say on the water issue, right? Some of the we have like poor infrastructure. Much of Liberia water infrastructure is outdated, damaged, or insufficient for current population needs. Rural incomes frequently break down due to lack of maintenance and spare parts. Urban areas also struggle with poor pipelines, leakage, and limited water treatment facilities. So they will have long distance to unsafe water source. For many Liberians, especially women and children, fetching water means walking long distance to river or open well. Sources that are often contaminated. This exposes community to disease like cholera, typhoid, and diarrhea. Then we come like you have limited investment. Water and sanitation programs in Liberia require consistent funding, but investment remains too low. Many communities lack sustainable systems to deliver and maintain clear waters. So like we come to the current and fresh water problems in Liberia. That we have climate change and we have deforestation. Liberia forests and rainfall patterns have historically supported natural water sources, but climate change and deforestation are now threatening this ecosystem. Reduced rainfall, rising temperatures, and destruction of forest areas have affected both the qualities and quantity of fresh water availability to villages and towns. For instance, like when talking about deforestation and cutting down of trees, maybe for timber or charcoal purpose, this causes erosion. Yes, like climate change we have in Liberia, we have the rainy season and that of the dry season. So during the rainy season, we experience heavy rainfall. So heavy rainfall. So if for instance if we have the water harvest where people build like little like they have barrels or we build something like in the form of like well. Yes, you use me to build that, maybe to reserve water during rainy season. Like drinking water from up the roof also cause diarrhea or sometimes create typhoid because at times you will store the water in a drum for long. So that comes like youth lead solution to fresh water problem. Number one, community awareness, education. So youth can set that capacity. The Liberian youth can play a major role in educating communities on water safety, sanitation, and hygiene practices to prevent waterborne disease. Peers to peers awareness campaigns can create lasting changes. Youth involvement in local water committees. Young people can actively participate in community water management group helping. To monitor water qualities and damage and support maintenance schedule, innovation and technology. Hello?
Abraham, thank you, Abraham. Thank you so much for sharing that. What we can offer right now is we can offer that we will spread the awareness of YetiLiberia.org. And we really appreciate you being on our podcast. And really appreciate you sharing your experience. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I'm glad, and I'm always willing to talk to you, and I'm willing to work with you guys.
We look forward to it. All right, Abraham. Talk to you soon.
That was really interesting. I heard a lot, actually. So it's not even so much about poor quality of water as it is access to it as well. And when they finally do get access to it, then that's where the quality becomes a further issue outside of getting yourselves to where the source is. Did I hear that right?
I hear that, and that's super intuitive. And I feel like there's this profit over life that is there, because he talks about logging.
Oh yeah, forestation.
The deforestation. That's what I had seen in there. But you're absolutely right. The access to it.
I thought I heard that the water is poor. That when the women have to walk a distance to get this water, that when they finally get this water, they don't have means of purification, and then to purify that water before they intake it, it kills them because it gives them diarrhea, it gives them parasites, it gives them infections, and the water is unclean.
Right. Yeah. No, you heard it right.
So that's for me. That's number one on the map of being just dangerous.
Yeah.
They don't have. We take for granted that every day that we go to our sink or to because for us, tap water is bad water.
Right.
I don't want to drink anything out the sink.
We have choices.
So we have choices. Mm-hmm. And so I can go get me a bottle of water. I can choose which kind. It could be alkaline. It could be purified. Right. It could be, it could be flavored. It could be whatever it is. Mm-hmm. However, they are going to this stream, which has parasites, which has bacteria, which has feces. I mean, he was talking fast, but I was catching some things. Yeah. And so in that country, I know for sure that some individuals say that over in their country, in Liberia, in Nigeria, and some other areas, people defecate in the streams.
Right.
So the water, one, is just bad water.
I was hearing
but that. To have diarrhea, you're dying from what do you call it? Just give me a second here. Dehydration.
Right.
Dehydration. Yeah. Because your body it depletes it all. You focal matter too much. That's diarrhea. You're wasting, getting waste out, but not enough water to intake. Mm-hmm. They don't have good water. Mm-hmm. So that's whatever water they drink while they're going through diarrhea is just putting back in what they're trying to push out.
Right. So outside of having the availability of quality water, another benefit would be giving them something. I've seen a lot of different things, available to us here in the States, where, how you're camping and maybe you're not by the greatest water source, and mm-hmm. they have the little filtration things that you can use at campsites. I don't know how that would play if we tried to make that a priority for them, to get them tools like that, because outside of boiling water, it's just not sufficient.
And that's what he talked about, boiling the water.
Yeah.
However, cost effectively, that purification system would be largely a large amount.
I agree. And I didn't get a chance to ask him. Maybe next time when we have him on, mm-hmm. I wanted to know what the government's role in all of this is you have citizens that can't even sustain themselves outside of other things, because what does water is essentially above all else life. You need it to give to your animals. Your livestock is money. That's where some of your wealth is tied up into. If you're a farmer, you need to be able to water your crops and so on and so forth. So we didn't get a chance to do it, but I was interested to hear how his government there treats the water crisis.
I would be safe to say, and even willing to bet, that their system over there is just like ours over here. It's that you have your rich, you have your middle class, and you have your poor. That rich is not drinking that water.
No, they're not.
And that rich has purified water.
Right.
And that rich is bathing in good water. So their skin is probably prosperous. It's just glowing.
Right.
Those are our at-risk population. That's almost like our homeless population. So they're striving to get whatever they can.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's also that medium where you would look at individuals who are on general assistance from the state. And so that middle portion would be the women going down to the stream.
Yeah.
The availability to do so and go down to the stream and do this. I guarantee you they'll have their own little spaces that they live in. They're not homeless, but this is the source only source that they have. They don't have the rich people's source. So, of course, sending them bottled water, sending them jugs of water, it probably wouldn't get through.
No, it probably wouldn't get through. And also, you have to think about this too. What does their waste look like? Do they recycle? If we're transporting plastic water in plastic bottles to them, how are they going to repurpose it? Is there an opportunity to repurpose it? If they don't repurpose it, where are they putting it? So I think that's where the water buffaloes and things like that on an international level, where we just give them the source, the pure source, and containment wise, they can use whatever method they were previously using to gather water. We're just taking out a couple of different steps for them. Locality, transportation, and quality. Right?
Absolutely.
What do you think, Steve?
Man, there was a lot of stuff in there, and you guys bring up so many great points. And I think pure source, that education is something that we could cultivate here and still deliver and still call it potable water. A climate conscious curriculum that we deploy here, and that's through the nonprofit company Acquiring Property, and deploying an education hub that focuses on climate conscious curriculum. And so just like what was it that changed the prison in that rehabilitative way? It was, what is the country that we modeled after in the California systems? It was Sweden. Thank you. Yeah, man.
And they had the jails. I almost said Australia, but then I almost said Australia, but when she said it, I was like, "That's it, Sweden."
That's the one.
Yeah, Sweden.
I'm not okay.
From their prisons,
straight born outlaw. That's what you are. Okay, so Sweden, they delivered reform in the way of a curriculum. And there's no reason that we couldn't deploy something like that, and then also house at-risk homeless women at the same time. There's no reason to not have those two things accomplished at once. So with that being said, is that's the RCCN ops focus at this point, is again acquiring that property to deploy that education hub and knock out the two nexuses of climate conscious curriculum, developing that, and then So I mean, it's such a fun idea. I asked the real estate agent, who's like super nice and definitely personally invested into finding us like the perfect property.
Yeah.
So he talks to like the individuals about like returning citizen central news and what we're about and what we're trying to do, and he's personally invested. So when he was looking at these properties, I asked him, can we put tiny homes on there? That was one of the first questions.
ADUs.
Yeah. And he said yes all day.
And specifically ADUs with a sink and the bathrooms. They
Oh,
actually
yeah.
have them.
Right.
So cool.
My
Yeah.
girls that are in the ADUs over in Oakland, they have to come out of the ADU and go to a trailer style. They've made these dividers. They put these dividers in these trailers and section them off, and then put irrigation systems for the toilets.
Oh, right.
Right? So
Yeah.
there's these different doors. Male, female, male, female.
Right.
And you go in, it's almost like going into a porta potty, but it's central. And it has this little sink area so that's the way they set it up. Pretty genius. You know what I'm saying? Because you're actually feeling safe when you go in there.
I was just gonna say,
In the bathroom, it's like,
Yeah.
lock the door, I'm in there by myself, you know? And the showers are the same. The showers are cut away where a person can feel safe going into the shower. Now, whether I do that at 12 o'clock at night is a different story, but
Right.
I do have to. I think the part that I'm trying to get at is I have to come out of my ADU to use the bathroom. No, I have to use the bathroom at 2 o'clock in the morning. I got to go out.
Lack some
No.
privacy.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that the design is cost effective, but it's one that has a bathroom inside for the females.
That's so nice that we partner with a great construction company, and they're totally willing to look at the acreage with us that we're due to look at in Willits and Ukiah. I hope I'm saying that right.
Is that Ukiah or Eureka?
Ukiah.
Yep. Where is Ukiah where the coyotes at?
Right.
Where is that at? Because it had to be connected to coyotes.
Yes, the root word is there.
Yeah,
sure.
It's right there. It's there for you
and
to see.
it's next to national parkland, like right
So
next
it
Like
probably
mountains.
is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's right
It
there.
sounds like it screams mountain and mountain coyotes.
Mountain lions.
So Fort Bragg is next to it, and all the campsites and stuff.
Fort Bragg
Yeah.
Fort Bragg. Isn't that by Oceanside? Is that going down that way?
It might.
Really?
But I think it is going towards Eureka, though.
Let's bridge it back.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. We'll
So you
research
talked
this.
a little bit about properties and some of our intentions for when we are able to gain access to said properties. What else is on your list of awesome things that
Thank you, Lord.
The vocational house in Sacramento, we got called back to partner with MTS, Brandon, and Sharon and I had talked about that earlier, and they really love what we're about, and they would love to do a virtual curriculum. And I said, well, hey, perfect timing, because we're having an event in Soledad come spring. And that's where we're going to introduce a virtual curriculum vocational training. Let's get the prisoners trained before they parole. And we can dang near get their permits for CDLs when they take their written before they even parole. And,
nice.
Right? And
That's if we take an instructor in and he's certified. That lands on them having someone that they can come from the DMV and take that test, because the test has to be taken for the permit.
The test has to be taken for the permit,
right?
And so we can train them up into that test point. So get them that permit dang near like before they even parole.
Yeah, the genius part is having someone from the DMV come in and assist them.
Yeah.
They have the computers. Bring that computer. It's a kiosk. Put them on that. Take the test.
Nice.
That would be beautiful.
And it's not reinventing the wheel either, because
just
the
relocating
Veterans
it.
Department comes out with their representation, and they do something similar with the state and federal. That's such a great idea. Okay, so yeah, that's coming in spring, and that's a hashtag Civic Restoration Rumble, and partnering with MTS and the Sacramento Vocational House would also deploy that curriculum. There's drivers there that are certified that live in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other prong of vocation. I already talked about the education in climate conscious curriculum. That's tied in with property. On the rehabilitative side, they just put in an estimate for Arroyo Grande for rehabilitation. And we're really looking forward to rolling that plan out.
Man, leaps and bounds. All I hear is progress.
Mm-hmm.
Every meeting we have, this is our second podcast as a group, fourth one for our CCN itself. It's nothing but progress, good progress. And it's just really cool to be on this side of it, for sure. Anything else you wanted to talk about?
Really always tying it back to the people that we work around, because I am often asked questions of how is that for you? And I kind of feel like every time my response is it's just a different uniform.
Right.
This has been an ongoing thing for such a long time, where it really does feel like a different uniform.
Right.
And it ties back to the people that I'm surrounded by, because I do grade myself, for lack of a better word, by the people that I'm surrounded by. And the people that I'm surrounded by now are really, I'm trying to just keep up. Superheroes living. And so Sharon, again, for allowing us your space under the representation of Life to Living, and Queen's Landing, Dawn, for facilitating a podcast. But the background and logistics to everything, the board of directors, each one of them, especially Troy, he had an amazing public information officer presentation.
No doubt.
And it just, I don't know about you, but that one floored me. He hit water and fire. I'm so excited to have that roll out real time for the Education Hub.
Yeah.
It'll be a great, it'll just be a great figure for this.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Well, I think we've rounded a healthy corner to go ahead and close this episode out. I really do think at a later date, though, we need to have Abraham come back on and
Mando.
Yeah.
I think the system needs to be also tweaked, maybe an earlier time slot, to make sure that we could hear him completely, because there was a lot of information that he was giving us that we could not hear.
I agree.
And he would come in and out on, and it wasn't on our end. I could hear us do the thing properly.
Yeah.
But he also stated that they don't have internet.
Yeah.
So he was in a library.
Oh.
And you can hear the crickets.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
No, I heard the crickets.
Yeah. So, and I thought that was so cute. I think of weird stuff, right?
Right.
But that would be very effective for us if we could understand everything that he's trying to tell us. I think we missed some good information.
I know we did.
And because he kept blinking out. But what we did get, I think it's kind of sad, but it's going to be a happy interaction and a collaboration if we could help those people. And I keep thinking about us The fact that we drank that nasty stuff until because all that time when those officers were not drinking this water with me, I never paid attention to why are they bringing jugs and jugs of water into the prison when we have some? Why are they going all the way from the unit with a water fountain in our unit, and they would go all the way to the visiting room to buy their water? Mm. So they never drank it. They carried a jug around with them, right? And so here we are drinking this water, and it just brought back some of those memories. Like, how did we purify ours?
Right.
Until we start saying, wait a minute, police ain't drinking it, we ain't drinking it either. Mm-hmm. And we want water on canteen. Mm-hmm. So we buy cases of water and take it back. Cases.
Oh, it's available?
Oh yeah, I began to buy cases of water because I said, if they're not drinking, there's something wrong with it. I didn't think in the sense of it not being, that it might have parasites, as I heard from Abraham.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't think like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought, okay, they don't like the water. I don't like it either. There's something going on, right? Mm-hmm. And it was fly to look like them, have my own water bottle, show up. That's wicked. That's crazy. But yeah, it was fly. You got water, I got water. I'm gonna get what you get. Right?
Yeah.
But to listen to this, there was a reason why they were not drinking that prison water.
Yeah.
Out of anything in there, not the water fountain at all, and that has a filter system. So we've caught on to something, and something great is to be able to give those individuals over there the water that they need.
Right.
And I think starting locally, like maybe before Thanksgiving,
yeah,
we were brainstorming ideas of rental RVs,
mm-hmm.
putting a returning citizen central news banner with our EIN number on the side.
Absolutely.
And bundling together bottles of water, maybe
mm-hmm.
with like stickers on
mm-hmm.
there that say RCCN,
mm-hmm.
our operations,
mm-hmm.
and women supplies.
Yeah.
And directly go unspecified location just yet.
Right.
We've got a couple. And I will paper mat that for you because right now to give out what locations that we could show up at it would be good for them to show up, but it also could there's a population
right.
of people, so that I would not want to just give out an address and then those individuals like, what about me?
Yeah.
Right.
For sure. And this is just the start.
Mm-hmm.
Just like even with these podcasts, we're getting our bumps and bruises, but we don't stop. We just keep going, which means that the process will effectively change to be a benefit to everyone. Mm-hmm. So translate that over to the rest of our initiatives, business as usual.
Mm-hmm.
We're figuring a few things we already have figured out and mapped out. And then anything new or special we want to do, we just figure it out then too. It's been an honor, per usual. I love having these conversations, but hearing from Abraham, first of all, made me grateful for what I have and what I have access to. Mm-hmm. And like we said earlier, just the option of choice.
Mm-hmm.
You think water is just something so basic, but just because it flows doesn't mean it needs to be consumed.
Right. Or restricted.
Right. Mm. Yeah. So it'll be cool to see that all tie in. Any last thoughts before I close us out?
No, just our rental van.
Yep.
Banner.
Yep.
And we're gonna call this #MovingWater.
Right on.
Yeah. Let's move some water.
You just thought of that, huh?
No, it's in the book.
Oh.
Yeah. No, this is just a phase line. There's like 7 more after this.
Yeah.
No, it's in the book.
It's in the book. I have the book.
Yeah, global citizen. Yeah, check it out, and then it'll lead you on Facebook, and then lead you to #MovingWater.
Guess we better read it.
Yeah, we certainly better.
All right, guys. Thanks again for joining in. whether it's through the pages of his immersive book or digital corridors of rccnops.org. Steve Spot, man, what a force to be reckoned with. He's building a movement that literally invites us all to participate, reflect, and restore. Naturally, if today's conversation sparks something in you, we encourage you to
Tap in.
explore all of our work, all of Steve's work, get involved, reach out for collaborations. We're literally on every platform, either representing RCCN directly or as a participating board member. And share this episode. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Share it with someone who has already heard it. But the point is that for us to be the best change agent possible, is we need to share the information and don't gatekeep and keep it for ourselves. It's just a benefit if we all are aware of what everyone's issues are. As always, thank you for tuning in to Returning Citizens Central News. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on social media for more conversations that matter. Until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and keep telling your story.